Welcome to SportsWatch 101. I'm Fahim Rasul, a senior journalism student from San Diego.
And I'm Amber Harding, a graduate journalism student from Indianapolis. We're here at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Now, for the past 3 years, students from our school have produced Sun Devils 101, an all-access show about ASU athletics. But now we're expanding our coverage to include sports stories from all across this great state. Let's get started. Now, being an athlete at a high level can be extremely difficult on your mind, body, and schedule, especially if you have a family. SportsWatch 101 went behind the scenes and into the living rooms of 2 Arizona athletes to find out how they combine success on the field with happiness at home.
He has matched his career high with a dozen strikeouts.
This 5-year veteran is one of the top pitchers in the Arizona Diamondbacks rotation. On the field, Ian Kennedy goes by IPK, or Ike. But what he's called off the field is what matters to him most.
We first met in college. She played basketball at USC, I played baseball. And by second semester, we were both single. A lot of my roommates kind of joked like, hey, you guys should go on a date. It was really weird at first and felt like we'd known each other for a long time. We started dating.
And 2 years later, this Trojan ace left school with not only the woman he loved, but also a big league contract.
I saw my name pop up. And I said, I just pointed to the screen and said, guys, I just got called up.
On October 6th, 2007, only 1 month into his first season with the Yankees, and in the midst of the ALDS, Kennedy found himself waiting somewhere other than the mound.
The nerves and nothing like pitching in Yankee Stadium. It's not even close.
These newlyweds enjoyed 2 more years in New York before a 3-way trade brought them to the Valley.
This year I'm really excited about being with the Diamondbacks. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And on April 24th, 2011, he went from just changing pitches to changing diapers.
The new father of one about to deliver some kind of gift to little Nora.
Curveball, he did it. Happy Father's Day, Ian Kennedy. It's a complete game shutout.
Inspired by his new addition, Kennedy continued dominating. He helped his team win the National League pennant and even earned himself a Cy Young nomination.
Not in time, of the Brewers advance to the National League Championship Series.
His incredible season ended on October 7th, but the disappointment was short-lived because the very next morning, he found out Nora was going to be a sister.
Renee is 4 months old, so it's been a blessing to have now 2 little girls.
And 2 more reasons that make traveling much more difficult.
They're staying at home. It makes me miss them.
But that's not stopping Kennedy from wanting to expand his family's roster.
You gotta try to figure that out so it happens in the off season, so it's not so crazy during the season.
But what if that craziness didn't have an off season? Capelli Conacetti is 21 years old.
Can anybody guess why?
He's a business major, a football player, a husband,
Oh, you don't start acting up now.
and a dad.
A lot of men nowadays wouldn't do what he's done.
The summer sophomore going to junior year, we really started being real serious, and that's when I really knew I loved her.
KK Conacetti rams it in.
Everyone's ultimate goal in football is to make it to the league.
Grant wins 25-20.
And everything seemed to be going perfectly for this Grant High standout. But on February 20th, 2010, that dream seemed like it would always be just that.
Our first child was unexpected, but the rest of them, I guess we just went along with it, whatever God blessed us with.
And with these blessings came new responsibilities and priorities. But determined to continue playing football, his family left home and moved to Arizona so he could be a Sun Devil.
It was difficult money-wise, and our time managing, watching the kids and me dealing with football and school and stuff.
But yeah, we'll do this 2 little papers. So with that change in dates, when is this due now?
His whole entire day is set up by the hour. Where are you going to be and what do you need to do?
A schedule that starts before sunrise includes rehab, team meetings, and weightlifting, practice, school, and family.
It is hard not having his help 24/7 with 3 kids, but it's tough, but I guess it's something that needs to be done, so I do it.
The struggle to provide the best life for Malachi, Capelli Jr., and Latana is eased by the help of a scholarship, financial aid, and a tight budget. Daily concerns most people use as excuses. Conacetti embraces.
Everybody knows that Capelli will bring it every day. They know the type of person he is. They know he's a man of character.
I mean, at times it's difficult, but then again, I just got to remember who's depending on me.
A motivation shown every day through his focus, positive attitude, and contagious laugh.
I just don't like to be that shy person in the group. I want to be known as that person who everyone likes. They actually tease me sometimes. They're like, "Oh, do you want to go to the park?" "Oh, never mind, you can't. You got to go home." If we find a babysitter, we'd like to go out, I guess you could say. We want to hit up a dance bar here and there, but we never can find anyone to watch our kids.
For Conacetti and Kennedy, all the sacrifices become worth it when they put on their jersey every game. Because when they look up into the stands, they know their biggest dreams already came true. Reporting in Phoenix, I'm Kim Pestalozzi.
Man, I don't think I could handle all that, but they've really worked hard to make their dreams come true.
Well, there's a group of guys looking to make their dream come true with the help of a new club in town. Check it out.
Aspiring Arizona athletes have hometown role models to look up to in professional sports like basketball and baseball, but one sport is missing from the list.
At the moment in soccer, there's nothing really to aspire to.
But now soccer is finally making its way to Arizona. The Phoenix Wolves will be Arizona's first professional men's soccer team, a project almost 2 years in the making.
We've done 18 minutes. Yeah.
For head coach David Robertson, bringing soccer to the Valley is more than just a job.
Since the age of 5, I played soccer. It's been my life. That's all I've done. I've either played or coached.
Robertson. Good play by Robertson.
Robertson again, and he buried it.
Robertson turned that passion into a successful 16-year playing career in his home country of Scotland.
Still it's Robertson. What a chance here. And David Robertson equalises for Rangers. What a magnificent pass that was from Lundgren.
Prior to coming over to Phoenix, I was a professional head coach manager, and obviously in the professional leagues in Scotland. Hopefully I can have a good future here with Phoenix FC.
Oh, you want to register now? Oh, okay, go ahead and fill that out.
Now he's holding tryouts and looking for players that can help inspire a love for soccer in the Grand Canyon State.
Hopefully the young kids can see that potentially they can go and play for their home team.
Mike, when you get a chance, can we switch this kid to the other side?
With an experienced coach and talented players.
And I always know that if you've got a coach who looks after your players, they're going to want to play for you.
The Wolves have the potential to be the next big sports team in Arizona.
I just think it's exciting to be part of, probably the first professional soccer team in Arizona of a good high standard.
Reporting in Phoenix, I'm Gerard Nelson.
Coming up on SportsWatch 101, football is currently the most dangerous high school sport. Find out what ranks second and just how dangerous it can be. Welcome back. It's no surprise that football injuries outnumber those in any other high school sport, but you might be surprised by what activity ranks second. SportsWatch 101's Kim Pestalozzi shows us the dangers and why they are nothing to cheer about.
Let's go Fire! The first things most people think about when they see cheerleaders are hair bows and pom-poms and chants.
Go Big Green!
The last thing they think about is the danger.
I've seen broken bones. I've seen, stitches. I've seen different I've seen it all.
Mostly the risks are relatively minor, but sometimes they can be catastrophic, even fatal.
The worst nightmare in the world. So she's all I had, and I miss her 14's way too young to die.
Ruth Burns lost her only child after a cheerleading stunt went horribly wrong.
She fell from about 20 feet in the air, landed on a girl's shoulder and ruptured her spleen. She bled to death internally. And I think about it and it's like, how painful is that, you know? How much did she suffer when she died?
It's been 7 years since her daughter Ashley died in Medford, Massachusetts. But accidents like it could happen anywhere. Nearly 100,000 girls participate on competitive high school spirit squads each year. That's about 1 in 5 female high school athletes. And over the last 30 years, there have been 128 catastrophic injuries. 91 of them were cheerleaders. This is a high school cheer team, one that focuses on tradition, spirit, and fight songs. This is an all-star cheer team, one that concentrates on gymnastics, high-flying stunts, and competition.
When we kind of hit the stunt and then we show all of our coaches and everybody does it right, then they say we need to push them a little harder and get them better stunts. Something new, we're excited, but when we try it, we're kind of nervous because we don't want anything happening to our flyers.
That is how you work.
It's relatively recent that cheerleading coaches can even recognize symptoms of a concussion, but safety training in the last decade still leaves too much to chance.
All Starts USASF, that recently came in 06. I opened in 02, and there was nothing.
Spirit line coaches in the state of Arizona that are AI member schools are required to take the online concussions course through the NFHSlearn.com site, as well as attend a National Federation Spirit Rules course.
Is that enough certification? Yeah, because that's all they're requiring these days. Typically, if I have something that's hurt or injured, I'll take a look. I'll do some of my tests myself and see, but I'll always recommend an x-ray.
They're not nurses, they're not doctors. How do they know what's going on? She threw up, came out, and they said, oh, just drink some Gatorade, you're out of breath. And I guess she was in pain and all the cheerleaders were screaming at them to call 911. They actually waited 30 minutes before they even called 911.
5, 6, 7. It is one thing to certify. It's another to actually enforce. Even the organization that oversees Arizona high school coaches doesn't do much to hold them accountable. That's left to others.
It's a self-policing policy. So as far as anything that we can control that they are in compliance, they have done the required courses, and anything besides that is up to the school.
I just want them to make changes, and I want them to make sure that these kids are safe.
Over the last decade, states have begun to take cheerleading injuries more seriously. 29 now require head coaches to be certified. But it's too late for Ruth Burns, who is just left with rich memories and faded pictures.
Coming up on SportsWatch 101, we're going extreme to show you how one daredevil is living his life on the edge. Plus, the Phoenix Suns have some new faces. Check out how they're bonding as a team. Hey, up here. Welcome back. I'm Amber Harding. Here at SportsWatch 101, we call people who don't fear anything daredevils.
I mean, we're climbing rock cliffs. I mean, it's not something you should be doing every day, and it's super exciting. Yeah, so I get really excited. Definitely a kid in the candy store.
For climber Patrick McLean, that candy store is hundreds of feet above the ground.
I started when I was 11. My 7th grade math teacher thought I had a little too much energy for just class. My hands are greasing. At first, my mom was a little worried, of course, but you know, I got all the proper training and stuff, and so it was okay. But now I'm definitely just excited about it now, and just kind of amped and ready to go. A little tricky right there. There's like no feet. There's
you know, there's a certain sense of freedom of where you can just kind of do whatever you want type of thing. You're kind of in your own bubble called the 8-foot bubble, and you really don't hear, see, or do much outside of it when you're in the zone.
But outside that 8-foot bubble, there are real dangers with very real consequences.
Quick draws and stuff like that that are fixed, that are left up purposely for other people to come by to and use. Those can be dangerous because enough people can climb on them. They get worn down. That 150,000th person that lowers off of it could lower, and it could cut the rope. I really didn't know if I was going to want to do this for as long as I have been, but I think now that I look back on it, I definitely felt like that, you know, it was something that I could do for a long time, and it just kind of progressed in the thing of where, yeah, every weekend I go out rock climbing.
Now that's extreme. And the team that plays in the arena behind me is also experiencing something extreme, an extreme makeover. That's right, there are 7 new players on the Phoenix Suns roster this season. SportsWatch 101 reporter Nikki Camarillo has more on the new look orange.
It's the beginning of a new era for the Phoenix Suns. This season's draft and trading process brings many new faces to the team. And some of those faces are returning to the Valley to play for the Suns once again.
It's really nice to be back. I was thinking about that to come back, so and it's really nice to be back. So, you know, we have a lot of new guys, new team.
So much, Jeff, about Steve Nash at his age, the way he's playing.
The future of this team is still unclear with the loss of veteran leaders Steve Nash and Grant Hill. However, the team has already been bonding and building that team chemistry on and off the court.
But I think they genuinely like each other. I feel that. You know, that's a great start.
It's about hanging out, going through the grind, training camp, being sore, tired, complaining. So for us, it's going to be going out to dinners, hanging out, clowning, playing cards, all the guy stuff.
Try to be together as much time as possible. Try to learn from each other. Try to just be a better team.
And of course, with team bonding comes the rookie hazing.
I wouldn't say hazing. I just don't feel like going to Bath and Body Works all the time. So.
What's that?
Moonlight Path. I really shouldn't be giving my secrets out. Nothing too crazy where, we end up on CNN and ESPN and stuff like that.
Jared Dudley already has his low-key plans for rookie Kendall Marshall.
We'll definitely have him wearing a girl backpack, help to dress up, help to sing, pay for a bill. I mean, that's all the minimal.
Fans are hopeful that this team bonding and togetherness will show on the court as the Phoenix Suns build their new identity. Reporting in Phoenix, I'm Nikki Camarillo.
Coming up on SportsWatch 101, an NFL reunion.
I'm here at Sun Devil Stadium where thousands of athletes have played football for ASU and more than 400 have gone on to the NFL. A couple weeks ago they gathered to be honored and they told me a little more about the Sun Devil Brotherhood. These guys may all be supporting different NFL teams, but they have one thing in common.
Go Sun Devil!
They all started their football careers at ASU, and it's that foundation that has kept them connected off the field as well.
The records get broken, and if you're fortunate enough to play in the NFL like we all were, the money gets spent. It's all a vapor. But the thing that remains are the relationships.
Relationships and friendly rivalries that followed them into their professional careers.
One of my best friends, Ron Pritchard, who's a linebacker, and I'm a wide receiver, and I did something, he almost knocked my head off. I said, Ron, we're friends.
Some of the honorees at the Legends event played for ASU in the 50s and 60s, and some played just a few years ago. But the Sun Devil connection spans generations.
There's a real natural bond there between us, and it's all tied together because of one guy, and that's Frank Cush.
Frank Cush, the legendary ASU football coach who, White says, taught him lifelong principles of character, discipline, and hard work.
I think most of our guys, once devils, always devils.
There's really nothing that can bond you quite like pain and adversity.
These legends have left their mark on Sun Devil football, but they say that's nothing compared to the mark the school has left on them.
Amber and I are here at the Cronkite First Amendment Forum, where students like to hang out and relax in between classes. Unfortunately for us, we got to get back to work.
Yeah, but if you want more information about the stories you just saw, or if you want to know more about what we're working on for the next show, check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks for watching SportsWatch 101. We'll see you next time.